Good morning, MacLaren. Today is Thursday, May 13th, 2021. And today I have the great privilege of honoring second grade. Second graders, first of all, just know that your teachers are crazy about you. They really love you. They love telling stories about you. And they are so impressed with how much you have learned this year. In music, you have progressed beautifully through the concepts of ties, half notes, rests, and low do. Dr. Harding says your singing is delightful and your music writing has improved so much over the course of this year. In listening, in movement, in reading skills, you have grown a ton. You love Chickama Craney Crow, Catalina Magdalena, bought me a cat, apple tree, Billy sad, here comes a bluebird, who's that tapping at my window, great big house in New Orleans, Hop Old Squirrel, Rocky Mountain, Frere Jacques. What a fun repertoire you have worked on this year. In PE, Mrs. Heritage says you are so energetic, so excited to come to PE that most days you can barely calm yourselves down once you get to class. You have been building on your locomotor skills and practice super hard to learn how to do the grapevine. That is hard. You learned new cooperative games, tag games, and played a few favorites from years past. Switcheroo, stuck in the mud tag, cookie monster tag, mouse trap, skills for soccer, football, volleyball, basketball, jump ropes, using long ropes as a team and short ropes individually. Mrs. Heritage says you guys have a great sense of humor and you are very witty. Not something that people usually say about second graders, so that's impressive. Optional distance learners, Ms. Kent says this DL class really welcomed new students and demonstrated the thumbs up, thumbs down way of communicating over Zoom. Really happy to see each other, showing it with joyful smiles, a lot of patience and respect for one another. You understood that if it was a classmate's first time attending the Zoom session, and there were a lot of those that happened, and you really offered a lot of support and encouragement to people who were new to the Zoom session. You read The Little Red Hen and Where the Wild Things Are. You even raised the curtain and flicked the lights. Thank you, Audrey, as the actors and actresses took their positions. You read with expression and created a great experience for your classmates. Great job, ODLs. All of you really enjoyed the history unit on the Civil War, learning about Clara Barton, Abraham Lincoln, Harriet Tubman, studying civil rights leaders. The ODLs in the end concluded, we are all just people. Second grade, your teachers were just overflowing with lists of things that you love doing this year, whether it be all the projects, the pillows, the stress balls, the mask lanyards, all these fun crafts. You might be the craftiest grade level. Round braiding, marble runs, your tea party from around the world. You guys did a lot of those projects. And just in the regular classroom, so many things that you did, so much multiplication and division, applying all the sayings and phrases. Sorry, I got up on the wrong side of the bed today. Don't cry over spilled milk. Second grade, you have done a beautiful job with poetry. Ms. Wilson notes that you have not only made up all the hand motions to go with every poem, but you have memorized and can recite almost the entire anthology beautifully. And I have gotten to stand in your doorway and see this. It is amazing to see what you can do with these poems. In history, learning about ancient India, China, Greece, really thinking hard about what makes a fair government, how the Constitution was written, how to have a strong government that also protects individual rights. You guys love art. You could draw and craft all day if you could. After each junior grade book story, drawing an illustration of a key moment in the story. So much care that went into those. Beautiful job. In science, learning about landforms, glaciers on mountains made of salt dough, properties of matter, cells and body systems, Greek myths, tall tales, Chinese and Indian legends, learning about Jackie Robinson and his life before baseball, looking in microscopes to guess what the different types of cells were. And I know your teachers were really proud of how you learned to solve harder and harder and harder multiplication problems, and having all those different ways to do the math. Lots of sweet and fun stories. After Ms. Wilson accidentally wrote lights next to the job on the board instead of the student's name, who was responsible for turning on the lights, the students call whoever is on lights duty lights for the week. The lights come on and everyone says, "Thank you, lights." In Mr. Seasley's class, when you were acting out how the cells protect different parts of the body, a few students were the cells and Naomi was the germ trying to get in to grab the book. She was so quick, so agile, that the cells had to form tighter and tighter connections, just like skin cells actually do, to stop her from getting in. In reading groups, Zoe was struggling to say the word cinnamon. Everyone thought it was funny and they laughed until they tried to come in and read the word for her, but then everyone else had a hard time saying cinnamon, and then even Ms. Wilson couldn't say it by the time everyone else had said it incorrectly. So maybe you guys should be the cinnamon group. You guys loved reading sideways stories from Wayside School and BFG and Matilda and Doodle Flute and Gabe and Lorelei. Many other students would find Mr. Seasley after you had finished the book to say you were reading them on your own now because you love them so much. In Ms. Wilson's class, students love building Lego structures. Everyone loves building Lego structures. And Sean and JJ and Carol and Adan and Rio are always building them. One even had a rubber band and could catapult Legos across the room. You guys love playing chess, and you are very strategically trying to outsmart each other in Othello all the time. Mrs. Scott brought in wonderful blankets for you to act out being Chinese dragons, and you all had the time of your lives walking around using your fans that you had just made to be Chinese dragons. Second grade, wow, you have just covered so much ground this year, learned so much, worked so hard, and done a beautiful job. You have been a joy for us to work with, a joy for us to get to know. We are so proud of you, and we are excited for you to get to go into the summer and have a much-deserved break. Second grade, will you please stand and let us all recognize you? Okay, my friends, we've just got a few more days left in this whole school year. So I want you all to work hard, do your best, have fun, and enjoy these days with each other. One of the challenges of being a charter school instead of being a district school is that you come from all over the city. And so sometimes saying goodbye for the summer means you're really not going to see so many of your friends for the whole summer because you don't all live in the same neighborhood. So I really want to encourage all of you to, whatever grade you're in, to really enjoy these last days. Work hard to get along together, to play together, to enjoy one another's company, and to really bring your best and give your best to one another. Hope you all have a day of kindness, friendliness, and peace, and we will see you all together on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.